that your brother and you, when you get together, you're really mean to me.
You're listening to the Laughing Couple podcast with your hosts, Brittany and Ryan Ostafy. Join them weekly as they discuss topics such as relationships, kids, sex, parenting, all unfiltered and all with a healthy dose of laughter. Please welcome your hosts, Brittany and Ryan Ostafy.
Wonky donkey. What's that story?
The Wonky Donkey.
Oh, there's no more to it?
No, that's the name of the book.
Okay, guys, we're coming to you.
What a great book.
It honestly, the very first time I saw that video of that woman, because she reads it, and I think she's Scottish or Irish.
Yeah, one of those two.
It's really funny if you haven't seen
Her
it.
voice.
All right. Well, listen, Ryan and I are so freaking tired. It's like pre-holiday burnout, but like post-vacation burnout, all happening at once. So
Yeah, first world problems, Brittany?
I know. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying
we were also super
very
sick.
sick. Riley's really sick right now. And Cooper might be getting it. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is
We made the mistake of thinking that we could have a couple of drinks and get rid of that feeling.
now we're just like a little fucked up.
And now it's like, oh, should we even be podcasting right now?
Probably not. That's fine. This is sometimes the best episode.
It's like that. It's like that stand up when Ellen runs into the glass and her, is that my blood? I'm okay. I'm okay.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thanks for that. Like
at the middle of the way, as I'm talking to, as I'm literally saying what I think I'm thinking. I think to myself,
I'm literally
where's this going? I don't even know how those two stories even intertwine.
Like I actually have no idea what you're talking about right now.
I just started talking about Ellen.
I was waiting for you to like continue explaining.
What were we talking about before it?
Let's move on.
The Wonky Donkey.
Oh yeah.
No. We were talking about that we had too many drinks
Okay.
while having a cold.
Okay. So this podcast is going to be strictly about funnies. Okay. So it's just going to turn on. Okay.
Apparently.
I love you and you're annoying.
Oh,
do you have one?
Go quickly. Do your thing. I can't breathe right now.
Okay. Mine's probably just today. I get annoyed. I feel like, but learning from our previous podcast, I did communicate with you that I was really annoyed with you. And I was communicating that I was feeling frustrated because anytime, so we came from my parents this morning and Ryan had to go directly to get his haircut. So when I got home, I'm unloading all of the things from my parents' place, all of the kids' toys, their sleep stuff, which by the way,
Their sleep stuff.
that's not that funny. Like I packed their bag.
Stuff.
I packed their bag, like their jammies and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
But like again, I packed their bag.
Yeah.
And so you're like, I'm going to get my haircut, and then you come home, and I was really annoyed because you didn't wash the air fryer thing from Thursday. And so then
We weren't home Friday, Saturday.
exactly, we weren't going to be here, so you just left it.
Oh, that's
Yeah. So anyways, it was annoying because I felt like you got more relaxation and time to yourself today. And I was like constantly doing shit. And we both had a really crappy sleep. So I threw a pillow at you last night.
I know.
I was so mad at
While
you.
I slept on the floor.
Yeah, I know.
While I
Yeah,
slept
that's fair.
on the floor.
Listen, I absolutely. I was telling Jamie this today because I was like, oh man, I'm so tired. And I'm like, I was so annoyed with Ryan last night because he was snoring like unbelievably. But then I was like, he was sleeping on the floor with like no mattress. So I don't really have a leg to stand on. And I really
Or
do appreciate
blanket.
that. But last night, so when I came over to you, first of all, you looked like Elf. Like in the movie Elf, where he's like the elf in all the small ones. Like you're just like in this dwarfed bed. But I was like, Rye, I'm like, you need to adjust your position. That's what I always say to you when you're like snoring. And before I even say the last word, you were like this. You were just like, I already did. Just did it. And I was like, you literally just woke up.
I knew that. I remember this.
I'm like, no, you didn't.
I'm like, I
You're
just adjusted.
I just did.
I'm good.
I'm like,
good.
no one is trying to catch you.
Knew you were coming.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Not sleeping. Snoring perhaps, but I'm awake.
No one's trying to catch you in a lie. I was just like, babe, I need you to switch. I already did it. Already done. I'm like, okay, no problem. You do that a lot when you're sleeping.
Is that why you're annoyed at me?
No, mine really. I just told you I was annoyed today because you weren't really helping.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that's
annoying for sure.
You know what's annoying? Now, granted, there's part of me that allows this to happen, and then there's part of me that like accepts that this is happening, and then there's a part of me that just wish it didn't happen. But 66% of this is I'm like accepting this. But I find that your brother and you, when you get together, you're really mean to me.
Oh my God, you're like, hold on, I'm sorry, like
That just came across so weird.
like, hold on, I was expecting like, I don't know what, but you were like, you got so serious. You were like, when you're together, your brother, you were really mean to me. Like, it was a very sentimental, like, sharing experience.
No, but like your brother, your and your brother's way of bonding.
Let's clarify this. We're not mean to you. We just have a lot of inside humor.
The way you guys bond with each other is kind of making fun of the people in the room.
No, we didn't do that at all yesterday. What did I say?
Well, I find that every time I talk, you and your brother look at each other, have some inside joke, and then say something like, "Oh, he's an idiot."
Yeah, like that never happened.
Yeah, it does.
I think you have some stuff to unpack.
I do. No, but like you guys have done it for forever. Like forever.
Why,
like it wasn't like this wasn't an exclusive event that occurred this weekend.
I can see that. Like we maybe have like because we just have like almost like unspoken humor. But I could see that coming across as a little judgy or hard to be around. It's not hard. Like
Dan's
laugh.
wife, Allie, literally for 2 years didn't want to say anything in the house because she knew she'd be made fun of.
Well, that's what Dan said to her.
Yeah. Because he was
like,
being
just
truthful.
So you know, if you mess up, only in like board games and stuff. And hold on, we need to like etch a sketch this. You're making it seem like we're terrible people. We like to poke fun of each other in the family. So if we're playing a board game or something and somebody messes up like what they're saying, you won't hear the end of it for the rest of the night. And it's funny because like we like to integrate it into like conversations down the line and like you bring it back like a comedian. Later. No, it's fun. Anyways, what I'm saying is if you don't have a thick skin and you can't take like some sarcasm and stuff, you're not going to do well here.
Only 33%.
Allie's still here. She's
only
lovely
33%.
and she can handle.
I said 66% of this I'm cool with.
I think that you're still struggling.
Anyways, you guys are mean to me.
I know. I just was not expecting such a serious like I don't know reveal. Okay. I really want to talk about real quick because are you sure you want to talk about this? Because I told you that people are not going to love how you're going to say this.
I want to talk about it.
Okay, so last week on my stories, thanks. Last week on my stories, we talked about in the household, if you celebrate Christmas and you do Santa, do you say the big gifts or like the ones that are like maybe the stuff that your kid is asking for multiple times, are those gifts from Santa or are they from the parents? And by a landslide, IG voted and said the parents, and I was like, Ryan, FYI, because you are the opposite, and I'll give you a chance to explain why after. But I am wholeheartedly on board with the bigger gifts or what you want from the parents because, I had a ton of teachers respond to me about this and like guidance counselors and stuff because they see firsthand at school kids are talking about their gifts and stuff and they say, oh, like Santa got me the hoverboard that I've been asking for or whatever. And then that kid whose parents maybe couldn't afford something like that, Santa didn't get them anything because obviously like Santa is the parents or whatever. And then they go home wondering, how come Santa bought little Timmy the hoverboard, but not me anything? So it's easier to say, well, your parents are rich, fuck you, than to say, Santa doesn't like
Santa's
me.
a dick.
Santa's an ass. So yeah, I think that you say it's from the parents and not to be like whatever, but I kind of want my kids to know that like I gave them this thing that they've been asking me for. That's not to say that Santa doesn't get some cool shit too, but like not everything.
Here's the thing. all of the reasons that you just stated are crystal clear and accurate. I'm not going to even argue them.
Good.
I can't argue them.
Great.
Because they're all valid and thought-provoking. So I'm not going to argue those. Okay? Just to be clear.
Like, that's it.
Just to be clear.
What are you going to say?
I prefer Santa over us. Because I believe in the magic of it.
Yeah, but okay, this is what drives me nuts, because you can still have so much magic and also respect and honor other families that don't have the opportunity to be able to provide those things for their kids.
See, let me be clear, because I think it's important to establish that my perspective is coming from someone who never was on the other side of that. Right?
Yeah, so true.
I don't know what it feels like to hear that someone got something that you wanted and you didn't get it for those reasons. So I don't know. I could be completely off. And because I'm on the other side of it, or was on the other side of it, I also appreciate what that felt like to have that, like, oh my God, I sat on his lap. I told him what I wanted and he got it for me.
I totally understand that perspective, because when you say like keep the magic alive, you mean like the magic that you can't doubt.
Right.
Like it's not like you're saying if you don't have Santa give the presents that they've always been asking for, then that means they don't believe in Santa. It's more like you have this idea of that, like, how does he know? And like, I only told him, or like, whatever. I see what you're saying. I also think it stems from your like fear, because you said to me, I don't think Santa's going to be around when our kids are parents.
That's true.
Because there's a lot of people who don't celebrate Santa specifically, but Christmas for their own reasons, and totally all valid. But to your point, somebody on this side who truly loves celebrating Santa, because again, I've had very positive experiences, so that's all I can speak from. Like, we won't be doing the no Santa. Like, it's just something that I've grown up with. And we've talked about this before, but our parents make Christmas so magical, and I don't want my kids not to have that too.
Yeah, I think it's like anything. Like when you experience something for the first time, or for the very few times in this, and let's be honest, like you get 8, 9, maybe 10 years. So when you experience something the way you experience it, you want everyone around you, regardless of what it was, you want everyone around you, because that's what you know it to be. It's like seeing E.T. for the first time, right? Or Jurassic Park for the first time. You want someone to experience it the exact same way that you did, because you don't want them to miss out.
But then I think that's where we run into problems, because that just goes back to like conditions of satisfaction, right? Like what we want for our kids, say on a vacation or throughout the holidays, might not be what they want. Do you know what I mean?
But when it comes to magic, a magician's job is to convince the other person on the other side of what it looks like.
But back to the no Santa thing, you think that
we get to define what that is.
The world's just going to kibosh Santa altogether by the time our kids are parent age, like enough to have kids? You think that their world's going to be like, no, Santa is a no bueno?
Well, I think people will have come to realize that Santa was fabricated by, marketers, right?
Oh, you mean Christmas time?
Yeah. Christmas and Santa, and like the massive gift giving. That's all a ploy. We all are aware of that. But it's still like, I feel like we're moving to an area where people are starting to have these conversations. We're like, oh, well, maybe it's not Santa who doesn't go under, or maybe Santa only gives them one gift. And I think we as a society are actually pulling Santa away from Christmas.
No,
rightfully, he doesn't belong there, but still the magic is so cool.
Because we came from a good space of that.
Yeah.
Which is like, that is what it is. Can't help your experiences. But yeah, no, I do see what you're saying, because I've never really thought about like the conversation of not having Santa in society, but I've heard that for the last 2 years. I feel like I'm like, wow, like I never thought this would be a thing.
Well, COVID killed a lot of Christmas, really I think. I feel like people have changed because they went through 2 COVIDs not looking the way that they're used to it looking.
Agreed. And now this year, maybe people are making similar choices. Like say like for us, we were home last year by ourselves. So say another family was home and they loved it so much that they were like, you know what, guys, every year we're going to stay home. Like that
was good.
That would be really
It was
hard.
like that day in North America where all the power went out. Uh-huh. It was nice to have no technology.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, that was also hard for work.
Yeah, but it was nice.
It was a nice little shut off, not have to worry about it because everyone was in the same boat. Yeah, good times. Okay.
That was a great day.
Let's look
Not really, but.
Let's look at, we looked up, I don't even know, like funny, like philosophical questions or like just shit to like get us thinking about weird shit.
Well, I just like here's the funny thing about philosophical questions. They actually end up being very much like dad jokes.
Some of them. Because you can just like really like put them down to layman's terms and then I get what you're saying. So what do you want to do? We're going to like go back and forth and like kind of expand on some of them if we want to talk about them a bit more. All right.
But these are like, yeah.
Are they like one-liners?
Some of them are. That's why I say some of them are like dad jokes. But like, for instance, do you think that dogs realize that the person who took them do they think that, wow, let me read this.
So funny.
Do you think dogs realize you're the person who took them from their family?
No, that's really sad. Like, why would you start with that one?
Because it's a philosophical question. Do you think that they're like, you're their captive?
No.
Captor?
I just feel like that's so sad.
And then, what is it? Stockholm? What is it? Stockholm
syndrome? No. I know what you're talking about.
What's the one where
you were basically like, well, you're my captor, and now
you feel for them.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is that what dogs do?
I don't think so. I don't think we'll ever know either. Okay,
that's such a weird thing to think about, though.
We
robbed them from their families.
I totally agree. Okay, so this is one. I think you're gonna like this one. If one teacher is
Excelsior.
Okay, got it. If one teacher can't teach all subjects, why are children expected to study all subjects?
Whoa.
I know, right? I was like, huh. That was a good one. I mean, obviously there's a lot to unpack in that, and there are like reasons why you could say like X, Y, and Z. And it's more like I think people in school are just expected to kind of know a little bit about a lot of things, but no one really talks about, I mean, they do now because it's definitely more of a conversation, but like it's hard to have all of those subjects in one day and expect them to like retain all of this information when all they want to do is dry hump.
Yeah, but like I agree with that. I totally like I've never thought about it that way. If
crazy.
One teacher can't teach them all, then why are all of them important?
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
No, that's not.
No. Here's why are we expected to know all of those
kids.
things, right?
As
kids, I think at a pretty early age you realize one of the three that you're kind of in.
Yeah.
Why after grade 9 can't you just choose that I want to do all of that?
Like electives for this.
Like someone might say, hey, Ryan, you know what? You're not really good at biology, but you happen to be really good at athletics.
Yeah.
Why don't we put our energy into you getting more physically fit?
I think that school would be run so much better that way as well, because like if you think about it, like, okay, biology for me, it was math. Like as long as you're learning the basics about each subject, and I mean like basics is if you're ever going to use that in everyday life. I don't mean like you got to know certain like theories. Like no, if it's useful information that you're going to be using in your life,
in grade 9.
Get it. And then focus, because I feel like people would be like way happier. Like I'm not going to need to know all of the math theorems from grade 10.
If I can get a 98 in history and a 98 in gym, and I'm getting a 71 in science, maybe science isn't for me.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe like there's just so much going on, you didn't have the energy to put it in science
because it's not for me.
Yeah. I don't know. I do like that idea. And then maybe to add on top of that, we give like their students get electives. So like you can choose like one or two courses that weren't
into this. Eh?
Well, that's a good idea. I feel like that would be a cool school.
That would be a cool school. Let me ask you this. What's the word we're looking for?
What?
Philosophical question.
Yeah.
Okay.
thought provoking. If you don't want to say philosophical again.
If the devil is blessed with power,
right,
and chooses to use that power by harming bad people,
right,
does it make the devil a superhero?
yeah, it's so true, right? Like, oh, all the bad souls come to the devil, and
his job is to make sure that they stay there.
Yeah, is he bad?
Is he bad?
Or
is he just keep the bad guys away?
Or is he just doing his job?
Oh my God, that's mine.
I know.
I was literally going to say that one.
Every time
Can we talk about this, please?
Every time we're watching a movie.
This is Ryan Ostafy's special, by the way.
And like anybody who is like security, police, anything in some sort of fight scene and they die.
But they're on the bad guys' team.
Yeah, sorry. They're on the team that you're not rooting for. And they die. Ryan always says, he was just doing his job.
He's just going to work.
Like, what if he has a family? He was just going to work. He was just doing his job.
The guy's feeding his family.
Like
needs to pay for the mortgage, car payment.
Because he's clearly
gas
not
is high
up in like the big villains.
He's a
inner
low-ranking
circle.
security guard with an AK-47.
Yeah, it's quite
and
weird.
his job description is shoot anyone trying to get in.
Yeah.
They don't even know who Bond is.
But you know what? At the same
They're just
time,
henchmen doing their jobs.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, could you imagine, like work safety? That's a big thing. Not for henchmen.
What? I did not know where you were going with that.
Listen, you lose your life at work. There's massive lawsuits.
Yes. Okay.
These guys are literally just doing their jobs, and they're getting killed.
But they also know what they're
by
getting
James
into.
Bond.
They also know what they're getting into because they're like, "Hey, I'm going to shoot like any stranger." So,
Do
like,
they?
What kind of person are? If they're told shoot on sight, what kind of person is like okay with that without asking?
Maybe
any
they
questions?
think they're working for the FBI.
Okay.
Maybe they think they're doing something because someone lied to them. They're criminals.
This one tripped me out. Okay, humans cut down birdhouses to make more birdhouses.
Oh.
Right? Like, why are we doing that?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Would you look at
Like
that?
with all the wood, like we have a wooden one in the garage right now that was built.
Yeah, they get it. There's the wood from the tree that they chopped down. It's
crazy.
To make a wooden house. Now,
just
granted, I will
obviously
say
not the
this.
plastic
I don't know
ones.
if you've ever built a house before.
No. haven't.
Probably more secure in terms of like protecting the bird than a tree would be.
Fair. I get it.
So I'm just saying that's one thing to think about.
If animals could talk, who would be the rudest? I know my answer. Like what animal
I got
would be
a
the
good
rudest?
question about animals talking, but like what do you mean? Who would be the
If
rudest?
animals could talk, what animal do you think would be the rudest?
A cat?
That was mine too. I wrote it down like easily. Like a house cat or
Were
like
you shocked with
a
my
fucking
answer?
leopard or something.
I think a house cat, domestic house cat, is a terrible human
Yeah,
being.
like would be a snob.
Oh my
for
God.
sure. Do you think like a lynx or a leopard would also be snobby, or do you think they would be like, no, those are just asshole cats? Like we are a little bit more like superior. We understand how the world works.
I've never put this much thought into a cat before. Like,
I want to know.
I bet you lions are just a big version of a house cat in terms of their like
Maybe.
frolicking around and not giving a shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Like I bet you if you were on Simba's mountain and you put a ball on the top, the lion would come by and push it off
Yeah,
the ledge.
probably. Or like a glass of water.
Whatever. Like for sure. Like fuck it. They're just big cats.
Bear dicks.
Okay, let me ask you this question. If plastic and rubber is made from oil and oil is made from dinosaur bones,
What?
are plastic and rubber dinosaurs just really real dinosaurs?
I'm sorry. Is this a real question?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What? Don't you get it?
Oh, like
If
at all.
oil is made from dinosaur bones,
But who's to say that? Who
And-
says oil's made from dinosaur bones? Is that what everyone
that's what
knows?
crude oil is.
But from dinosaur bones?
Yes, it's fossil fuels.
Fossil. Are they talking about fossils? Yo, this is like
What?
that. I swear on my life, I did never connected those two until this exact moment.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was like just like a term that was in like the hemisphere of the world. You know what?
Oh my God. Did you
I definitely didn't take any of this science in school.
The hemisphere of the world. I just thought that they were talking about the hemisphere of the world when they said fossil fuels.
I had no idea that they were from like actual
I thought
fossils.
fossil had multiple meanings.
I did.
Like default or something.
I had no idea that that's the fossils they were referring to.
Wow.
That's embarrassing.
What other fossils would they be referring to, Brittany?
The ones in the hemisphere.
In the hemisphere. Okay.
Sorry, I truly did not know this. I need to back up because my mind's also been blown. So, I'm sorry. Dinosaurs are made from oil?
No, oil is made from dinosaurs.
Yeah, oil is made from dinosaurs.
Yes.
But why are you saying dinosaurs? Like, fossils don't have to be dinosaurs. Like, there's fossils of other things.
But the fossil fuels come from the dinosaurs.
Do they?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because I was told that.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so weirded out right now. Like, I feel like this is something that I should know.
For hundreds of years, they could be wrong.
I don't understand
Maybe
why I don't know this.
Maybe it just comes from a pool of oil that's in the middle of our
I don't know why crust. I don't know this. Like, I don't think I've ever felt this stupid in my whole life, but I never knew that. I mean, Jesus, let's move on.
Wow. Okay.
Like, it makes sense, fossil fuels. Like, it's exactly what it is.
So, the three wise men just found out the baby Jesus was born.
Yeah.
And the one wise man said to the other two, "We'll give him gold and frankincense." And the third said, "But there's more."
Okay.
That's actually, I was supposed to say myrrh.
Is this one of those things I don't get again?
Frankincense and myrrh.
No,
yeah. I said more, didn't I?
You could not have botched that at all. No, you said frankincense and gold.
Gold and frankincense.
Gold and frankincense. And the third one said, "But there's more."
Yeah.
Like, it's so off. I'm like, huh. At first, I thought you were trying to tell me, like, I thought you were trying to tell me more about the fossil fuels, but it was an actual joke that you fucked up. Okay, love that for you. Okay. Is cereal soup?
No.
Tell me why.
Soup to me is warm.
Not true. There are so many cold soups.
Who likes one of those?
I do.
Okay, so let me use another example. Soup is not sugar.
No, but there are sweet soups. Lots of sugar and sweet stuff in soup.
Okay, let me go with another thing.
I have
no idea. Maybe.
I agree with you, but for different reasons. I think that
it's like is a hot dog a sandwich?
Cereal becomes soup-ish only when you add the milk. But like cereal are dry. Like there's dried cereals.
Yeah, there is.
Right? It's not just cereal as soon as
they
you put the milk in.
They usually start that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like there's dry soup.
Okay, do you remember when you were talking about animals talking? Which one would be the worst?
Yeah.
When animals talk to each other, do they say the same things we say, but just in their language?
Yeah, I think about that sometimes.
Like, do they have the same conversations we're having, but just in animal?
No, I don't like they're. I don't.
Oh, like, is that what they do?
I don't think their brains
like
work
Debbie.
like this.
Do you look at that Debbie? She's such a bitch. Oh, I agree.
What kind of animals are those?
Horses.
Oh, I agree.
Anyways. Like, do they talk to each other?
Oh, I have a really good game.
No, I want to know.
No, I answered you.
Straight up, wait up, hold up, Mr. Lover.
Okay, let's just do a quick sidebar game coming off of that. I'm going to give you an animal, and you have to tell me how you think that animal would sound. And we'll have to have the same sentence for each animal, so it's like consistent, but like your accent will change a little bit.
What was it? I wasn't listening to a word you said. I was just reading something.
We're going to give each other an animal, okay? So I'm going to give you an animal. Say I had said horse. Then you're going to say a sentence and how you think a horse would sound like if he was a human. Like this is how horses would sound. But we're going to use the same sentence for every animal so that it doesn't like fuck up the dialogue.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you think the sentence should be? Like, I didn't even know animals could talk.
Okay, that's it. Good.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I'm into the game. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give you hippo.
Oh, I'm a hippo.
Yeah.
Okay. And it is.
I didn't know animals could talk. Yeah, as a hippo.
I didn't know animals would talk. That's what I think they would sound like. I don't know. I didn't know that animals could talk, and here I am. That's a hippo.
You sound like that guy with the ruffled chips. Like,
Kind of.
yeah, that guy. That was funny.
Ketchup, yeah.
That was good.
Thank you.
Perfect. My turn.
Oh, this one should be easy,
God,
but
are
I'd
you gonna
love to
lose
hear
it?
you do the accent.
Oh, no.
A kangaroo.
An accent? Oh, because you think they'd be Australian.
Well, they do live there.
Right. Okay. I didn't know animals could talk.
Yeah.
Hello. I didn't know animals could talk.
Go! That
Yeah,
was
was that-
dope,
Was
Brittany.
that pretty good? I don't know. I'm pretty
That
good.
was good.
Thank you.
Remember that TV show that Michelle used to watch all the time where the guy was from Australia and he played like 4 different characters, like the kid, the teacher.
Yeah, Summer Melts High or whatever.
Summer
Melts
High.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the form of Australian you sounded like.
Hey, thank you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Little crikey.
You know.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I want to do one more animal.
Okay.
Okay,
We're
one
about to
more-
find out that I only have one accent. Could you imagine?
Yes, I could. Okay, I'm going to give you like a completely different type of animal.
Okay.
Okay. Kimono dragon.
A Komodo.
Komodo dragon. I said kimono. That's
Okay,
fucking
ready?
house.
I can't believe the animals will talk.
Oh, a little jokerish.
Yeah, that was a little. Wait.
Yeah, a little jokerish.
Yeah, that was good. He would
you.
be slithery like that.
He would be a little slimy little shit.
Slimy little stinker.
Yeah.
A little slither snag.
Snag.
I'm a snag.
I'm a slither
I'm a
slimy.
slither snag. Okay, wow. If people haven't seen that video, they're going to be like, the fuck?
Okay, what would an octopus sound like?
Oh my God. Why would you give me that? Okay.
'Cause I'm
Okay.
very interested.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I didn't know animals could.
Wait, is he a wizard? Thou shalt not pass.
It was very Gandalf. I didn't know animals could talk.
Oh, they'd always be underwater. That would make sense.
I don't know. This
That would
is
make
fun.
sense. Hey, Brittany,
Yeah.
this is a bit of a math joke, so I don't anticipate you're going to get it, but
you.
I hope you do.
Fuck yo.
Why didn't 4 ask 5 out?
Because I know the answer to this one.
Because
Well, I also know it's not because 7, 8, 9, right?
that would not be why 4 didn't ask 5 out.
Well, maybe she was trying to get with 7 and she ate out 9 and didn't want to.
I like what you just did there,
Thank
but
you.
no.
Okay.
Why didn't 4
I don't know.
ask 5 out?
Why?
Because he was 2 squared.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
2 squared?
It's 10.
Oh my God.
Wait. I honestly, no. I honestly didn't mean it that. I thought you were talking about 5 because I wouldn't ask 4, ask 5 out. I know that came out at the worst. I'm sorry.
But 5 squared isn't 10.
I'm really confused. 25?
What's 2 times 2?
4.
Why did 4 not ask out 5? Because he was 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. He's 4. He's 2 squared. Wait, grounded.
Wait.
Wait, grounded.
Grounded. I can't. My brain's not working right now. Okay.
Oh,
Hold
okay.
on.
No. Let me
it's
ask you
my
this question.
turn.
No, it wasn't. You were the 2 squared one.
You
I know.
were the
I
fucking
know.
2 squared one.
I know. Okay.
What would be the funniest sport to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to?
A funny sport?
What would be the funniest sport?
Well, that's what golf looks like when you golf with
No,
your buddies.
mandatory. Like I was thinking like high jump or something.
I was thinking maybe like tennis.
Hurdles. Tennis would be like fucked up. People would get hurt.
Yeah.
Real hurt.
It's an interesting question.
It was random.
Let me ask you this. If Mary gave birth to Jesus and Jesus is the Lamb of God, did Mary have a little lamb?
Don't worry, there's more.
Don't worry, there's more.
That's going to be a sentence that I'm just going to say this weekend. Oh, hold on, don't worry.
Oh
there's
my
more.
God.
Okay.
Oh my
It's
God.
real good. I need to read this one thing, this one Santa thing. So it's a Reddit forum, and it was like funny things mall Santas and shit had said to them.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna end with this one because
Are we?
Yeah, it's 30.
Oh no, I got a couple more dad jokes.
We'll see. Okay, I was a mall.
What is happening? I was a mall small. I was a mall small. It's like someone put you in fast forward really quickly. I was reversed. I was a small.
No, I was trying to say.
My name is Brittany, and I was a small. My name is Brittany.
I was trying to say I was a mall Santa, but it kept coming out small.
Yeah, well, keep going at
Is
it.
the screen blurry or is that
just your
my
eyes? Can you just read it?
Okay.
Thank you.
I was a mall Santa sometime in the late 90s. After I asked one little girl what she wanted for Christmas, she answered nonchalantly, a dildo. I thought I must have misheard and asked, what was that? She repeated it louder. A dildo. I tried to conceal my snickering by ho-ho-hoing and saying, I don't know if Santa has any of those. Then she told me that I should go to Toys R Us because I could get dolls of all of the Rugrat characters there, including Tommy's brother, Dill. A Dill doll. That's your fucking...
A dildo.
No, hold on.
Can I get a
your
dildo?
reaction was so bad.
Yeah.
I read this long story. This is your
Well,
reaction.
it took a long time to read it, so I kind of zoned out of it.
That's fine. I won't be laughing at your stupid jokes.
I don't have stupid jokes. I don't.
Let's hear them.
Okay. No, this isn't a stupid joke. This is a legit question. Ooh, which is going to go into a conversation I know you're going to want to have. What was Captain Hook's name before he lost his hand?
I read that one. Yeah, I did.
Just Captain?
Captain.
Oh, okay. Do you remember that theory that you thought Captain Hook was actually saving people from Peter Pan?
Yes, but this was weird because
The pedo?
I've thought about it. And then what's so crazy is that it was in my head for a long time. I never really spoke about it. And then I was watching TikTok and somebody posted about that exact thing, that exact thought. I'm like, holy shit, I've thought about this. And it's a weird rabbit hole because it's basically looking at, Peter's not the good one. He's coming in, taking kids in the middle of the night to Neverland. It's
Where
all a
they'll
metaphor.
never grow up.
Yeah, it's like a metaphor from anyway. Really, really.
What if Peter Pan was the first Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, it's a really creepy theory. I'm gonna choose.
And Captain Hook was trying to save them, and it was all about time.
Yes. So don't go down that. Don't go down that rabbit hole. I feel like they could make a really dark movie.
Yeah.
It would just be called Hook. Oh. That's already even.
They already made one called Hook.
Yeah.
With
But
Robin Williams.
Hooked.
What a wonderful movie that was.
Hooked.
Looky, I got hooky.
Yeah, that's a fabulous movie. Okay, we got to wrap this shit up.
Hey, Brittany, does a
Yes.
transformer purchase life insurance or car insurance?
We read the same ones.
Because 15%.
I'm Optimus Prime.
Did you like my movie? People of the earth.
We're just ending it like that. Goodbye.
Cause aside from my soul,